another episode of Just a Tip Tuesday. Nisha, and special guest with us is Rob.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared though,
Don't
but thank
be
you.
scared.
I've watched the videos.
Yeah,
That's
why you're scared.
That's why I'm
Is
scared.
it because
It's
you think
because
we're going
the
to make you
vagi-
hold the vulva?
It's because
Yes.
they tossed this to me right away. Where's the teeth?
There are
We
no
don't have
teeth.
Rob,
They don't all have teeth. See, I knew.
so today we're going to talk about the importance of National Coming Out Day. Rob had written a blog about this earlier, so we thought he'd have some really important, fun information to share with us and hopefully helpful for people who are struggling with this process.
The whole point of National Coming Out Day, is it so people feel comfortable coming out, or is it to raise awareness of
It's a little bit about both, and actually when you said a lot of progress has been made, that's actually what National Coming Out Day is for. Back in the day, gays were just a small little group, and it's like, no, actually there's a lot more than what you realize, and we're seeing that more and more as more people are coming out now. And sometimes, you know, those people who are like, oh my god, I didn't know he was gay or she was gay. The more people that stand up, the easier it is for people to realize what a large number we are, and also it's coming out. It's not just for gay and lesbian, it's also for allies. So if you support equality for all, also means a lot, because again, it shows narrow-minded people just how big this population is. Should we have to have a day? It would be nice not to have a day, but we do, and it's kind of to show, you know, you interact with a lot more people that relate to this community than you realize on a daily basis. And that's really what National Coming Out Day is. And it's also, if you're closeted, it's also a great day for you to realize how much support you have.
Yeah.
You know, you tend to believe that you're all alone when you're that teenager sitting at home and you're realizing things are different. Again, talking about the impact that it has, now it's something that it's a hashtag. Everyone knows.
Something to celebrate.
You know? Yeah, exactly. And I think that's really cool that we've come so far. That wasn't even the way it was 5 or 10 years ago.
Right.
Do you talk about this with kids? Is there a thing that you, like, an age? Kind of like, you know, we talked about when to talk about sex with your kids.
Yeah.
You know, actually, that's a great question, because I'm struggling with that with my nephew. So my nephew's 8, and we're really close. Last Christmas when I was home, he saw 2 guys kissing. He goes, ooh, gross, why would 2 guys kiss? And his parents weren't around, so I'm like, well, I'm not going to be the one that, you know, I wanted
not your
to,
kid,
so much about me, wanted to be the activist and be like, this is why it's okay, don't ever question that, you know.
not?
Exactly.
What do you mean?
This is why it's so normal.
But you're not the parent.
I'm not the
so.
parent, and we had never had that discussion, and it's one of those where, I don't know, I still struggle, like, is it time to explain it to them? Is it something that I need to be talking to my brother and sister-in-law about and saying, guys, you need to start normalizing this a little more, you know, because you think I'm the greatest uncle right now, and if you find this, you know, I don't want it to be later where it's like, ooh, I don't want to talk to him or whatever, because it needs to just be, I'm the same person that I've always been.
I think the same thing applies then for your discussion with your brother and sister-in-law. As with, you know, parents with their own children, is talk early, talk often, right? Like
we always say that.
If you're always open with your kids and always willing to have those conversations and just drop little seeds here and there, they're gonna know when they have a question that it's okay to come to you.
Yes.
And it's okay to ask, and they're gonna feel comfortable to ask. But what kinds of things would people who, when they come out, what kinds of difficulties do they face, and what are some of the big things that are scary to people, and how might these people circumvent that? Where might they find some support for that?
You know, the scary part is when you're realizing that you're different from everybody else. You realize at some point you're going to have to tell people. But you constantly worry about that. You worry, like, are they going to quit talking to you? Are they going to look at you differently? Are they going to kick you out of the house? Which that happens to way too many kids. When they come out, the parents are like, I disown you, you're out.
Right. So what happens when these young people decide to be true to themselves and claim their own body autonomy and say, this is what it is, and they get kicked out? What do you recommend for them? I mean, where are places they can go?
Here in Grand Rapids, I say call the Grand Rapids Pride Center. Go. I mean, and I say that only because that's the entire mission of the Grand Rapids Pride Center, is to create awareness, create support. But not only that, they're focused on trying to make sure that the kids, you know, kids and young adults, the homeless and the disadvantaged have something that they can continue to grow from. So there's programs, there's There's therapy sessions that you could be a part
Right.
of. There's actual
That's
shelter. There's food. You know, we make sure people get fed. The resources, the Grand Rapids Pride Center, the Grand Rapids Trans Foundation. You know, if that's what you're going, they're there, and our Trans Foundation in town is one of the it's actually nationally recognized because of some of the initiatives they're pushing forward.
That's awesome.
So it's one of those things where we have some really great resources here. It's a thing for allies too. I'm an ally and I want to help my gay friend or I want to help a gay colleague, but I don't know how to stand up for them, or I don't feel like I'm invited to the Pride Festival. It's like, you very much are. It's one of those things where if every straight person could be at the Pride Festivals, that would be the most amazing thing because that means true acceptance.
Right.
So yeah, if you are struggling and you haven't come out yet, but you're thinking about it, or if you're an ally and you want to walk in. Since I've been here in Grand Rapids, I have become part of the Pride Festival. And when they asked me, hey, do you want to come volunteer and do stuff? I looked at them and said, guys, I'm not gay enough. And they're like, what do you mean by that? I said, I'm gay, but I haven't been able to be true to myself. So, like, I haven't been to gay clubs. I haven't gone to a Pride Festival. I haven't done, I lived in South Bend, Indiana, which is very Catholic driven. And so
you felt like you weren't out enough.
Right. I didn't feel like I had lived enough life as an open gay man to be a part of that. And they looked at me and they're like, do you like guys? And I'm like, yes.
You're gay enough.
They're like, do you think vaginas have teeth?
And I'm like, ah!
I mean, like, you just bought your
there's no level of how gay or lesbian or transgender or bisexual you have to be a part of this community. One kind of funny, when someone tells you they're gay, don't say I knew. No gay person wants you to go, oh yeah, we knew.
Right.
No, I've been hiding this really well. Anybody who's hiding in the closet would be a great actor because you're constantly trying to portray a character that's not true to who you really are in life. So you're working so hard when somebody says, oh, we knew. I mean, come on.
Make you
now all of a sudden I'm a drama queen. Yes.
Suddenly I got wiggy.
I'm not getting any Oscars.
And so to wrap up this whole discussion of National Coming Out Day, it's only appropriate if you give us the tip for Just the Tip Tuesday. What would your tip be?
Come out when you're ready, but just know, be yourself, right? Because it is the most amazing thing when you're able to come out and be your true self. And I didn't realize that until I moved to Grand Rapids and fully did. So I know you do it on your own time frame, but be true to yourself because you deserve it.
I like that.
Cry. I don't
I know.
Cry. I'm gonna cry.
I hear Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for asking me.
And coming out.
And next
Thank
time
you.
you see Rob, let him know on the gay scale.
How
He's a
gay.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly.